This is absolutely great. Fantastic news that I'm excited to share with you.
Wallet. U.S. inflation slowing, I should say, to its lowest rate in more than 4 years. That, according to April's Consumer Price Index report. It's an unexpected and very welcome development that's defying economists' expectations amid President Trump's ongoing trade war. Let's go live right now to CNN business and politics correspondent Vanessa Yurkevich, who's watching all of this in New York. Vanessa, walk us through this morning's report. Where do things stand?
Encouraging signs, Wolf. Inflation continuing to move in the right direction, cooling on an annual basis to 2.3%.
And it's not necessarily easy to find either, but I'm working on revamping my strategy and how I begin to build these videos and deliver this information and discuss these topics and engage in dialogue. But check this out and let me know what you guys think.
We're coming in a little bit lighter than expected. So we came in at 0.2% month over month. The street was looking for 0.3. So that's actually better than what the street thought was going to happen here. 2.3% is the headline number year over year. The street's estimate was 2.4. Yeah. So again, that's a lighter number than expected. 0.2% core month over month. The estimate was 0.3. Again, better than expected. Core year over year came in at 2.8%. That was actually in line.
Do you agree? Do you disagree? Because I do think that should be part of the conversation. Do you feel it? We actually brought this up many times before, and it was if the media, if whomever told you that inflation was down, inflation was lower, yada, 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 would it matter to you? Do you feel it at home, in your wallet? Do you have is there a change in your checking account and savings balances or your investments in portfolio and retirement? Like, how does this really affect you beyond someone telling you what things are, how good they are or could be? And I think that actually comes down to a mindset. This was something that we discussed briefly the other day, and it was a video that I came across, and it says, no business is 99 times out of 100. No business is ever going to lower prices. Instead, they're going to lay you off. They're going to fire you. You're going to lose your job is how that was delivered. In fact, I'll share that with you right now. But if we're going to be honest, if we're going to be real, some businesses do lower their prices. Some businesses do make changes and sacrifices to keep great people employed so that they can continue on, and they're going to have to, that's part of running a business. If you think running a business is going to be sunshine and rainbows and just pure profit and you're laughing your way all the way to the bank, then odds are you've never run a business before. And if you went into running a business with that thought process and mindset, your business will fail. Unless you just get extremely lucky, your business will probably fail. But either way, good news to share. But again, how does it affect you? That's really what matters most. I think the pain point or pleasure needs to be personal, but I do think it's encouraging to hear these stories from time to time. At the same, if we were to evaluate this differently, well, if the news is always bad, if inflation is always rising, if costs are always going up, if jobs are always being lost and scarce and unemployment's on the rise and doom and gloom and, fire and brimstone, it's like, well, if that's the case, how does it make you feel? How does it affect you? That's going to be most important here. For me, while that was and still is a huge narrative that's floating around, I don't allow that to enter into my life, and therefore it doesn't necessarily affect me. It may encourage me to push harder and dive deeper and learn more and expand on my skill set and diversify in which the ways I'm going to prepare and survive, earn, save, invest, build, grow. But yeah, I think it's all personal. I think it's extremely personal, and it's going to affect everybody differently.
How do people stop being broke? Stop hanging out with broke people. Stop doing and thinking the thoughts that broke people think. Stop making excuses for why you're broke, and stop fighting for your right to be broke. And stop fighting for the right for you to be a victim. If you really don't want to be broke anymore, you are going to have to educate yourself about money. You have to understand money principles. You have to understand what money is. It's been made really complex, but you have to understand the simplicity of money, that it's flows, how to use money, how to open the flows to money. There's a lot of things that you need to know about investing, about all sorts of things money-wise. You have to look and confront your finances daily. Write it down. What do you want? It's math. Money is math. I hate math until it comes to this. If you want X amount of money, break it down. How do I get there? I need a product at $1,000 that I can sell that would get me to $5 million. How many of those would you need to sell to get there? But again, how do you stop being broke? Start going deep on the people that have created the wealth that you want. Great place to start. Grant and Elena Cardone.
And I'll show you guys this here. This is actually my latest post on Patreon. And I posted this up and I said, it's funny how things work out. We see the rise in the Tesla stock price valuation. And Crystal Buckner said, almost seems it was the plan. We, the pawns, need to wake up. For which my reply is, I was never a pawn. I was never asleep. It's very simple. And it's very simple to call our partner chapter for your free Medicare help, free Medicare consultation at 270-467-2426, and tell them Kevin sent you. And while you have them on the phone, ask them about your Medicare plan. Ask them if it's the best plan for you, and ask them if there are ways in which you can save money. Or better yet, ask Chapter how to redeem your over-the-counter credits with the Chapter OTC app. The easiest way to redeem your Medicare Advantage OTC benefit and order from home delivered to your door, no out-of-pocket costs. Again, it's simple and it's free. Call our partner chapter 270-467-2426 or visit them by clicking the link down below in the description or in the pinned comment, askchapter.org/Kevin. That's askchapter.org/KEVIN, or just pick up the phone and dial 270-467-2426.